What up, everyone? It's MikePhoenixHERO, and I'm here with Eric.
Baby.
He has the one craziest deck. He's been playing it since 2008, has updated it, and he's undefeated at our locals, and he goes to other locals and tops always. So we're gonna show the deck profile. It's like a branded hero, Sky Scourge. I'll let Eric take it away.
Okay, so I played this deck today. I've played a version of this since I basically started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Like you said, like 14 years ago. But based off the way the format was, it really needed to be in hiding until they decided to whip it out and
that's
practice for the new upcoming format.
Yeah, and that's what Kashira is banned, or
More or less, yeah. I mean, there's been times in formats where it's like, this is better off, gathering dust. Had a lot of success with it over the years in different tournaments at all different types of levels, locals, regionals, things like that. But again, this is long time ago. A lot of the cards are outdated and things like that. But
yeah,
I found a way that it worked. Today I went undefeated, and let's get into it. So monster lineup. I played one Destiny Hero Dogma.
Mm-hmm.
I played one Scourge Norleras.
You're gonna have to explain Sky Scourge because everyone's gonna look at it and wonder why you're playing it.
I'll explain all of them.
Okay.
So we'll call it Destiny Hero branded Blow Up the World.
Blow Up the World.
That'll be the title for it. One Destiny Hero Plasma.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Dogma is big. I sight into skill drain, and 34 is hard to get over. It's going to be rare that this is summoned, but it's a fusion material for another card we'll get into in the extra deck.
Okay.
It also works well with the engine. This deck blows through the whole entire deck. Like I was joking before, the deck is 4 cards.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of the cards are just to get to other cards. So if we play Trade-In, D-Draw, and Allure of Darkness, and Dogma is a target for all of those.
Yeah.
Scourge Norleras. This is probably my favorite card ever. Combos with the Phantom of Chaos to dump this, summon it, pay 1,000, blow up the world, both players' hands and fields, go to the graveyard, and we draw 1. So, especially with the way Yu-Gi-Oh! Is today, it's just real fun to simplify the game state.
Mm-hmm.
You pay 1,000, and then let's see how your deck is built when it comes to just top decking.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point of the rest of this, is that you put in cards that are good to get you to that point where you can dump this and then do the combo, and then you have to also put in cards that are good to draw after you do it. So it's kind of like you have to build 2 decks. Plasma, same for all the same reasons as Dogma when it comes to drawing, but also a lot better to summon, especially when it's combined with D-Force to get over a bunch of stuff. More Destiny Heroes, Malicious.
Standard.
This has been in my deck since I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! The 2 of them combos with the Denier, who's kind of effectively like the third one of him. The Celestial and the Shadow Mist. These are all good food in the graveyard, so they're all good to be dumped. They're all good targets for Allure, D-Draw. These guys make some stuff in the extra deck that just lets me search and whatever, but again, always good to thin. I can banish this and manipulate my banish pile, which you'll see why in a second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's for the heroes.
So you play only 8 heroes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, no. Yeah, because that's not
only
a hero.
7, yeah.
Well, at least in the main deck. Obviously, there's more in the extra deck.
Okay, then the second part of the deck is that it's a branded deck. I play the 2 Albaz.
Fallen Albaz, your standard.
And then we're getting into like the turbo engine is the triple Summoner Monk and the double Phantom of Chaos.
Okay.
The Summoner Monk is awesome because it runs so many spells that it almost always has food or an ability to do what it does, which you want to bring out more often than not the Phantom of Chaos, and then do the combo to blow up the world. There's other targets that Phantom of Chaos can become, like Plasma, and also do some good stuff. But primarily you want to get some good vitamins in the graveyard to be able to go forward with the game state after the fact, and then use this to copy this in the graveyard, blow it up, and then have an advantage. Summoner Monk will dig that out, and a lot of times also if they're gonna disrupt it in some way, you can just kind of stall and sit on a Baguska, which we'll get into in a second.
Yeah.
All right. So then the spells. Almost all the rest of the spells. Okay, so the main part of the deck: Triple Fusion Destiny, and Triple Branded Fusion. This is the bread and butter. All of these can dump Sky Scourge. All of these can dump Malicious or whatever you need in the graveyard.
If you open both, which one would you want to play first?
You
Like
want
which one are you attributing?
both do the same thing effectively for what you want, but you would want to do the branded fusion first because this one would lock you into heroes.
Okay.
So you can do this one, make Lubellion, pitch, go into a hero, and then special summon. I mean, activate this and then go into another hero. But if you did this first, you would be cutting yourself off of this one. Then pretty much like the next like 15 cards are just to help you find these cards.
Okay.
So I play the triple allure. I play the double trade-in, the double G-draw. I tested this and it was actually really successful today, the double time tearing Morganite.
That came out in Dune?
Yeah. No, SIAC. What does that stand for?
Oh, Cyberstorm Axis,
Yeah.
So it just came out this year.
Yeah, it's relatively new. I remember when I saw it coming out, I was really excited for it, and I thought that it was going to be like a kind of like a game-changing card, and it didn't really live up to that. I tried testing it a bunch of stuff, and it was just really slow and pretty bad. But I found it to be good in this.
It has a home here, but otherwise you wouldn't recommend it.
It would go in a slower deck, but because this deck doesn't use like hand traps, it works perfect because, like for example, if I activate Morganite and then I blow up, and we're both at 0 cards or 1 card every turn, but I'm drawing 2 and you're drawing 1, like there's a good chance I'm gonna win.
Yeah.
Or if I rip this after the fact, there's also a good chance I'm gonna win if I'm just like snowballing advantage like that every turn, drawing 2 while you draw 1. The other thing it can do is if there's 1 in the grave, you can pitch 1, and then you can't respond to my normal summon. So if I'm normal summoning the little puddle or the summoner monk or whatever, there's less chance that you're going to be able to disrupt. Double D-Force. This is good. This is mostly just a search to pitch things with trade-in and D-Draw or Allure. But if you ever do bring out Plasma, which is really easy to have 3 monsters for food in this, that's almost a winning condition in and of itself. Played 1 Tactics Thrust and 1 Tactics Talent. These were okay. They're kind of like the last filler spots that I wanted to have like draw power, but I don't like them because they're not the best going first, because the spell that you get you're not going to really be able to use with Thrust.
Like what would you search? Like Brand Infusion?
Probably one of these, yeah. I mean, you can go for whatever
Fusion
you need,
Destiny,
but these are going to be the main ones that are the most important. Or if you have something in your hand that you can pitch, one of the draw cards. The 1 Called by the Grave, 1 Upstart Goblin, Foolish Burial, and Foolish Burial Goods. Foolish Burial Goods is going to pitch the Break the Destiny, and Break the Destiny is going to search the D-Force or the D-Tactics. Again, I just love this combo with DPE so much that I have to play it in all my decks.
Because that lets you draw 1 every time you summon.
No, it lets me have like a Trishula effect every time I summon. And then it also, if it's destroyed, it's a search for a Destiny Hero. Yeah. So, yeah. After the monsters, the rest of the deck is just straight gas engine, trying to search, dig really to get what you need.
Yeah. Okay, so that was the main deck. Now going to the extra deck.
All right, into the extra deck. Your main heavy hitter, star of the show, is going to be Lubellion the Searing Dragon, Destiny Hero, Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, your Destiny Hero Dangerous, and your Destiny Hero Dragoon. These guys, well, this one and this one, you can both dump Scourge Norleras with Fusion Destiny or Branded Fusion, because they're the dark monster that is its material. DP is really who you want to make before you blow up the world, because then if you can chain and then this thing's coming back, really high chance you're going to win. And then on that topic, I mean, this is kind of like the father of this. Same thing. Again, we play the Dragoon because you can run Destiny and Dragoon, who is just another Phoenix Enforcer. Not as good, but bigger, has a burn effect, and again, the whole theme of the deck is to take everything away, and this thing keeps coming back, so it can be super annoying. The rest of it is basically like toolbox for what kind of situation you would be in.
What about Dominance? You took him out?
Dominance doesn't go good in this one. That's really his home is really in the pure Destiny Hero deck.
Yeah.
Where his effect can be used to bring back Destiny Heroes like Commander and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But in here he's not really needed.
Okay, yeah, I think that was such a haymaker pick for the first deck profile that like.
Yeah, no, he's the best extra deck monster in that deck. But in this one, he wouldn't make not Destiny Hero enough. Yeah. He plays Dystopia. Good
that
for
one burn. Yeah.
Yeah. Big too. The Mirrorjade, the Garura, the Sprint, Darklaw. I can side into Mass Change and use this.
Okay. Yeah, about to say how you playing Darklaw without Mass Change, but yeah, side deck.
Yeah. I mean, it's super easy to bring it because there's the triple Summoner Monk. You can pitch, get the Shadow Mist. That's a special summon. Grab Mass Change.
Yeah.
So I do that against a deck that he would really shut down. But other than that, he's not really the focus. The Time Thief is good because he's just like the DPE and the Dragoon, where he'd keep coming back and be really annoying in a simplified game state. This is just to stall if you kind of don't open up so well.
Yeah.
Cross Crusaders effect to bring back stuff or to search is awesome. And then Dark just are generic 2 monsters.
Yeah.
Minoan.
Yeah, and then now the side deck.
This is what I sided today. These are cards I almost always side deck just because I think they're really good. The triple Dark Ruler No More and the triple Evenly Matched. This is awesome going second. They can pretty much get over most stuff. Also, for going second, I like Harpy's Feather Duster and Change of Heart. Change of Heart is going to be really if I wanted to take something to sack for Plasma more often than not.
So you've got 2 monsters. Change of Heart.
Makes it much easier to get them out if I can use one of theirs.
Do them dirty.
Yeah. The double Cosmic, just generic hate on whatever I saw in the first game that I didn't like. Like I mentioned before, the Mass Change, if there's a deck that uses a lot of Graveyard or Searching, this will bring out the Darklaw. I did the triple Skill Drain. Just because, again, against some decks, it's like auto win, and this deck can really pump out. I would move away from the combo a little bit and focus more on just big ass monsters because there's a lot of things I can bring out there. 3,000, 34, even the DPE is pretty big under Skill Drain. This was what I had for you if I needed to, but my Destiny Hero
I switched over from Cash to Runic Cash, and he had it.
This
we never fought.
We didn't fight, but this would have been for Runics or anything like that that's super spell based.
Yeah.
All right, you want to see
do the combo?
A couple of the main deck combos?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Let's say I open up 2 cards. Fusion Destiny for the Hero Dangerous. Sending Scourge Norleras and Destiny Hero Malicious. Summon Phantom of Chaos. Effect to target and copy. Pay 1,000. Both players' hands and fields go to the graveyard, and I draw 1. Top deck. That's it. That's just the stupidest deck there is.
But... I lost you playing just like pure Kashtira because I top deck like Theosis.
Right.
And I was I couldn't do anything.
The benefit of it is there's nothing. It's not the most complicated, or it doesn't necessarily have like the most negates or anything like that, like any other deck. But it's fast, so you can have a top tier deck. But if you don't draw what you need to draw, like I will find what I need because. Again, it's triple Allure, double trade, and double draw. I might go to triple of these because I don't like these that much. Or we'll do another. That was an opening hand of 2 cards.
Yeah.
We'll do another opening hand of 3 cards this time. That one, and some other spell. All right. Opening hand, Brand New Fusion, Summoner Monk, trade in. Brand New Fusion. For Lubellion, sending Sky Scourge and Fallen of Albaz. Good graveyard. Special summon Lubellion. Normal summon Summoner Monk. Pitch to special Phantom of Chaos from deck.
Yep.
Phantom of Chaos, copy Sky Scourge.
Yeah.
Target, banish, pay 1,000, blow up. If there was good food in the graveyard or banished,
Yeah.
For this, I can pitch one of the other extra cards I would have had in my hand and make a DPE before I blow up. And then, again, I'm in good shape. I'm rolling.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like I said, if I'm going against a deck where this combo wouldn't be really so good, like tier limits or something like that, I would just move away from it and go towards more of a type of control, using Albaz to take their monsters and use them for fusion material, making big ass monsters, and then trying to control the board like that. Remember a deck like DPE that just kind of snowballs advantage with every turn I'm going to destroy something, and then with Morganite, every turn I'm going to be drawing 2.
Yeah.
It can kind of, if I can survive long enough, I can probably make a good comeback.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Any other questions?
No, honestly, I think like most people can't beat this deck just because it's like if you said
there's a lot of things that are good against it, but yeah, you better draw it. Because I will find what I need, because this like I said, the deck is 4 cards.
Yeah, because it's like you said, it's like who's gonna get the better top deck,
right?
And if like you're drawing 2, you're already, like you're gonna win. If you got DPE, just like I top deck a monster, something DPE just destroys it.
Yeah,
what am I do? You don't have to keep summoning one monster at a time. It's gonna
right. And a lot of people play these like combo decks that, being in a state where they only have 1 card, they didn't build their deck like that. They didn't build their deck to be thinking that they'd be playing like that.
Yeah.
They're more used to being conservative, having a big hand, things like that.
Yeah.
Playing out ways for them to really gain advantage, but it just kind of, I guess it kind of levels the playing field. Like against these meta decks, like stuff like this that's so old can't really play. Yeah. But if you have no hand, okay, now it's a little more fair.
Yeah. No, definitely. Like I said, he beat me with this deck or version of it when I was playing Cash. So like it definitely beats meta.
Yeah.
And I think you said it was like 2 combos. I think a lot of people want combos in these videos, but like you don't play a combo deck. And I think people need to understand that. So,
right. This is a simple deck. I mean, there's more or less a couple ways that you can go with it based on opening hands or what they have set up if you're going second. But more often than not, you just
you have a straight line of what you want to do.
Right. Yeah. You want to dig to get what you need, and once you have it, make a play on which way you're gonna go, and then it's like 2 decks. There's the deck before the blow up, and there's a deck after the blow up. But the gamble is that since you have already built your deck in that certain way, you're going to be better off than the guy who thought they were going to be playing with a full hand.
Yeah. Or again, even like people always like have like not like 1 card combo, but like 1.5 card combo, like 2 card combo. And if they only have 1 card in hand, like they can't do their combo.
Yeah. No, I mean that type of stuff is not fair. It feels like the link ones and things like that where they can just go. So this is my retro version of that, where if I can use these old cards to make us have the same amount of cards, then we have a shot.
Yeah.
But no, I'm excited to see what I do in the format coming up, because this thing is, again, it's like, it's silly, but it's like a sleeping giant. You can catch a lot of people off guard. I'm sure there's a lot of things you can side deck that are good against this, but like I said,
but like who's gonna side deck against you?
Right.
Like
exactly. This is the type of deck that people don't see coming, and then it's never gonna be meta. Like for example, when I played this a lot back in the day, the reason why a lot of people would test it out and they didn't like it or they didn't want to play it, or they thought it was because they were uneasy to play a deck with no traps.
Yeah.
And not to give myself credit or whatever, but I was one of the first people that I could see in Yu-Gi-Oh that would play decks with no traps.
Yeah.
And now it's like very common. A lot of decks play no traps.
Yeah.
Because they want to be fast. They want to find the knowledge of traps are slow is more common now than before. It was like, I don't know, I might get hit.
Yeah. I have to play Magic Cylinder. I have to play Mirror Force.
No, and this is when like Solemn Judgment was at 3 and things like that. Mirror Force, Torrential Tribute. But we had traps. We had the Gores and the Tragodia, ways to like kind of stay alive. But yeah, no, this is just go. You know, you look at your opening hand and you figure out which way you're gonna go, and you, blah.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyways, thanks again, Eric, for doing another profile. I hope the audience likes it because they love your deck profiles.
Yeah, remember we skipped an episode. Everyone's asking for that.
The Destiny Hero combo.
Destiny Hero combo tutorial.
It's not a combo deck, but
maybe we'll do it. We'll do it one day.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks again.
Cheers.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and leave a like and comment. Let me know what you guys want to see in the future.